This is the second video in my series inspired by reports in November 2019 that police have a new suspect in the disappearance of two teenage girls from the Newcastle area in 1979. In this video, I will discuss details surrounding the disappearances of 18-year-old Robin Hickey and 14-year-old Amanda Robinson in 1979, including what I recall my school friends saying at the time. They disappeared within 2 weeks of each other. Robin Hickey was last seen at a bus stop at Belmont North on the 7th of April 1979, and Amanda Robinson was last seen near a bus stop at Swansea. Now, I'll start with my personal recollections about Amanda Robinson's disappearance. I recall she had been to a school dance at St. Mary's High School at Gateshead. Back then it was an all-girls high school. At the time I was in Year 10 at Gateshead High School. I recall a few people in my class said they went to that school dance. On the next school day, I recall one of them telling me that they had walked with her to the bus stop on the highway at Gateshead. He said they asked her if she wanted them to wait with her, but she said she would be right, and they left. I think he felt a bit guilty that they hadn't waited, and at the time I think it was thought that was the last anyone saw of her. As part of my research for this video, I searched the Newcastle Herald for articles from the 8th to the 30th of April 1979. I only found 3 articles, these being from Monday the 23rd to Wednesday the 25th of April 1979. So it seems 18-year-old Robin Hickey's disappearance got little, if any, media attention until 14-year-old Amanda Robinson's disappearance 2 weeks later. The story then made the front page with photos of both the girls. The article says that Robin Hickey was last seen by her parents waiting at a bus stop opposite where they lived on the Pacific Highway at Belmont North. Little more was said about her disappearance in this article, but there was a photo of the bus stop in the next day's paper. There was a lot more information about Amanda Robinson's disappearance. It says she went to a dance at St. Mary's High School, Gateshead, on Friday night. She stayed at the dance until some friends who had arranged to give her a lift home arrived. Miss Robinson told her friends that she did not want to go home early and instead would catch a bus home, police said. It is believed that when the dance ended, the girl walked to a nearby bus stop with a group of friends. She telephoned her stepfather, Mr. E. Carter, to say that she would be late home. Her friends waited until the bus came, saw the girl board the bus, and left. She has not been seen since. Now, this does say the friends waited with her at the bus stop. So maybe my 40-year-old memory isn't accurate, or perhaps there were other friends who did wait with her until the bus came. Either way, an article in the Newcastle Morning Herald 2 days later says, police have now confirmed that 14-year-old Amanda Robinson of Swansea was last seen leaving a Public Transport Commission bus at Swansea about 12:20 a.m. last Saturday. This same article also says, 2 homicide detectives from Sydney have joined the search for missing Lake Macquarie teenagers Amanda Robinson and Robin Hickey. This all sounds positive. At the time, I felt police were taking all the disappearances seriously, as even I thought some sort of foul play was involved. However, it seems that local police just simply regarded them as runaways and did little further investigation. At the 2002 inquest into their disappearances, which was 23 years later, the two homicide detectives from Sydney are reported by the Sydney Morning Herald as saying they were sent to concentrate exclusively on Amanda's case and so did not examine the possible connections with Robin's disappearance 2 weeks earlier. The same article also states that after 2 weeks they were recalled. They gave local detectives several lines of inquiry to follow up. It was never done. In regards to Robin Hickey, it stated that she was labelled by police as a known hitchhiker. Her disappearance only earned a few weeks of intense investigation, but she was regarded as another runaway, and only 2 statements were taken. The coroner found it extraordinary that records were not kept, statements never taken, and the investigation shut down within a year, and that it took 23 years for the matter to be referred to a coroner. The first serious and major investigation did not occur until 20 years after their disappearances as part of Strike Force Fenwick. At the inquest, the head of this strike force said the disappearances were treated by the original police investigations as runaways, but should have been treated as suspected homicides. At the inquest, words used to describe the original police investigation included unstructured and largely dysfunctional, lazy police work, and directionless. So it seems that local police simply regarded them as runaways in their original investigations and did not do proper and thorough investigations at the time, thus making it difficult, if not impossible, to find out what happened when their disappearances began to be taken seriously 20 years later. In the third video in this series, I will discuss the disappearances of 4 other teenage girls and young women from the Newcastle area during late 1978 and 1979. If I have already uploaded the next video, you can click on the link at the end of this video or in the description below. Otherwise, subscribe to my channel and you will be notified as soon as I upload it. Once again, I'll end by saying to contact police if you have any information that may help them in regards to the disappearances of Robin Hickey, Amanda Robinson, or any other person, or information about a green Torana that may also have travelled between Newcastle and Queensland 40 years ago. Contact details are also in the description below. I'm David A. Elliott. Try to have a good one and see you around like a rissole.